Hey guys, I have a whole bunch of empties in front of me to share with you. I can't wait to film this video because I can't wait to get rid of these containers and bottles. I have a ton of perfumes, which is really, really weird. I just feel like as I've gotten older, my perfume collection used to be huge, and I'm just kind of to the point where I have been just rotating through the same 2 or 3 scents, and I kind of like having, not like a signature scent, but my go-to. Instead of having like 10 different options, I'm like trying to consolidate my perfume collection down. So the perfumes that I have to show you of empty containers, I work to get through so that I could really just narrow my collection down to like my 2 or 3 favorites. And once that happens, I'll do a video and tell you what they are. But I have a bunch of perfumes and other empty bottles and a few makeup items. So let's get started. First, we'll start with makeup because, believe it or not, that's the least of the amount of products that I have. First thing, I'm so excited, it's finally empty. It's the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I think I've had this, oh God, like 2 years. And I constantly thought, oh, I don't have much left. I don't have much left. And there was just still more and still more. And there's nothing left in this thing. I love this foundation, regardless of the bad rap that it gets because of the alcohol that it contains and some other not so great ingredients. It made my skin look perfect. I love that it was really lightweight. Would I repurchase? Yeah, I probably would, but not before I want to try out some new foundations that I've been hearing good things about. And especially because this is more, for me anyway, this was more of a spring summer foundation, because it's very light. It's not one that I would wear in like the fall or winter. Next is by Benefit, and this is the Dr. Feel Good, and I had this for a long time too. It's a primer, but you can use it over your makeup as well as underneath. I kind of liked putting it over on the days that I felt like my pores were still too large and my foundation didn't do a great job of covering it. If I just noticed pores, that's kind of where I would use it. I did use it underneath my makeup as well. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I've tried other primers since then that I really like a lot better. This next product is by Chanel. It's the translucent powder, natural translucent in number 2. I actually did not finish this. Nice. That's how much I've gotten through it, and honestly, it's a whole bunch of nothing. There's no payoff at all. It barely, literally, it's like nothing, and I feel like I was just kind of like working to get through it just to get through it. I wasn't enjoying using it. I wasn't noticing it doing anything for my skin. I bought it as like a touch-up setting powder, but I do much prefer the MAC MSF Natural, so I'm just kind of trashing that. And this is a mascara that I just recently finished by Too Faced, the Better Than Sex. Love it. I would repurchase it, but again, not before I want to try some others. I didn't love it as much to like swear off all other mascaras and never try them again. Okay, then some makeup wipes. These are by Pacifica, and these are the Coconut Water Cleansing Wipes, and I actually did not finish these. There's only a couple left, but they dried out, so I'm tossing them. These were nice. They weren't great at all for removing makeup. I actually really like them as just like a refreshing, maybe like after your makeup is off your face, or if you spent the day at the beach. I sometimes brought these with me, like if I was at my mom's house by the pool and I was really hot and I just wanted to like refresh. They smell really good. They're very beachy, scented. I kind of liked it as just like a refreshing pick-me-up, kind of like what you would use the Evian sprays or products like that for. Also, the Sephora Express Cleansing Wipes. These also dried out. I didn't have that many left. These are actually really good. I was quite impressed with these. I have a few other packs of these in my makeup linen closet, whatever you want to call it. I have backups of these. They're great. I'm so excited to try the new ones from Bioderma, which I'm hoping will be just as good as the cleanser, in which case I'll just become a loyal fan of those. But these are okay. I would repurchase these, probably on the better end of the large amounts of cleansing wipes that I've tried over the years. This would not be an empties video unless I showed you an empty pack of Shiseido cotton. Enough said. I just go through this all the time because it's the only cotton that I use. Another exciting empty container I have is the Laura Mercier Ombre Vanilla Souffle Body Cream. I got this with the set with the bubble bath, which I have not even come close to finishing yet. But this is a very nice, luxurious body cream. Would I repurchase? Yeah, but maybe for like a special occasion, like, I don't know, maybe I'd ask for it for Christmas or something, but It smelled really nice. Not the best body cream I've ever tried, but it was a very nice, very, very nice luxury product. Also from Laura Mercier was the pistachio souffle body cream in the tube, and I really just used this. I had this in my car and I used it as a hand cream. I love the scent of this. It smelled wonderful. It was a very nice cream. Same thing, you know, same exact product. Same exact product. Like I said with that, a nice luxury product, but a very, very expensive hand cream. I've tried other hand creams that are half the price that I would go back to before this, but again, a nice little treat to yourself. This was, I have a couple little travel containers. I didn't know if I should include them, but I thought, what the heck, because I can at least tell you about the product. This was by Fresh. This is the Soy Face Cleanser, and this was a really, really nice product. It almost felt like a gel cleanser, very gentle cleanser. It never irritated my skin. It really felt good, like going on my skin. That it just felt very cooling, and it was just a really, really nice cleanser. Not any better than any other cleansers that I've been using currently, but a very nice product. It is a little bit on the pricey side. This is a hand cream from L'Occitane, and it was the Rose Petals hand cream. And at the time when I bought this, I think it was part of a limited edition collection, but I've seen this at Sephora on like an end cap with some other products, some other scents that I thought were limited edition. So the good news is what am I trying to say? It's still available. This smelled really, really good. It smells like roses and flowers, if you like that. Very sweet, sweet floral scent. Really nice. Probably one of the better hand creams that I've ever tried. And by Origins, another hand cream, but this was part of like a breast cancer gift set pack, and the Make a Difference Rejuvenating Hand Cream. Again, really nice, but not nice enough for me to continue repurchasing this and no others. The Caudalie Divine Oil. When I first tried this, I was a huge fan. I loved it. I was using it on my décolleté area when I got out of the shower. It smelled really wonderful, and it made my skin glisten without it looking oily. It felt really nice, but after using it for a while, the smell kind of bothered me a little bit. Like it was just like a little too much, a little too intense. So for that reason, I would not repurchase this. A mask by Cebu, the Purifying Mask. This was wonderful. It's a really nice mask for when your skin just needs to like cleanse. Like when you just want to get the crap out and the gunk out of your skin. It's a really, really great mask. I have tons of backups of these, which I'm really grateful for. And Frederic Fekkai, they no longer even make this product, but this is their dry shampoo, and this probably is my #1 favorite, and I've said this before. They don't make it anymore though, so I've since really tried a whole bunch of others, and I do like the Lush and the Alterna one. I really like the applicator on this because it's like a pointed like little spout. It's so easy, and it applies the product exactly in your roots where you want it, and it never left a white residue. It never made your hair look gray. Really, really nice, very subtly scented. Awesome product. I actually think I'm going to be keeping the bottle and just refilling and use it for travel or every day, just because, like I said, I really like the spout. A lot of the other ones like the Lush and the Alterna, I do like the Alterna little applicator because it's a little dusting, but the Lush one, it just comes out way too quick. So I think I'm actually going to use the container and put some Lush dry shampoo in that. The Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. Arazu sent this to me with the muslin cloths, and I am a new fan of this product. I know I'm like so late to the party on this, but it was amazing. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed using it. I looked forward to using it. I'm going to be kind of putting in a request when we do our next swap to send another bottle of this along because it just felt amazing on my skin. I love the scent of it. I can't say enough how good it felt massaging it into your skin, and it really took your makeup off, like got every lash trace. It was an amazing product. The Glam Glow Super Mud, probably one of my top 3 face masks of all time. I will be repurchasing this for sure. It smells like black licorice, which I'm usually not a fan of, but for some reason, this smells really good to me. This is amazing stuff. I've talked about it in favorites before. You put it on your skin, you let it dry, and as it's drying, you can see the dark pieces, particles on your skin where it's actually pulling all the impurities to the surface. You can actually see your pores, which is quite scary, but it really cleans out your pores. It's an amazing product. I do want to mention, at one point when I went to use this, it was all dried up and hard, and I was so upset about it because it is an expensive product. And I tweeted about it, and they tweeted back and said if you put a couple drops of distilled water and kind of mix it around, it'll bring it back to life, and I will vouch for that. It was awesome and came back, not the first, like as soon as you put the distilled water, it doesn't become great again. You actually, I think I let it sit overnight, and it kind of, the product absorbed the water, and it definitely just became the great consistency again that I loved. So I was really happy about that, because I would have been pretty pissed if, you know, I lost half the jar because of the money that was spent on it. Some candles. I don't normally include these, but I've watched some other people's and they include these, and I like when they do that because it gives me ideas of new candles to try, so I wanted to mention London Calling. I've talked about this before. It's the famous tea and lemon scent from Bath & Body Works. I really like this scent, but I kind of went a little overkill with it because if you guys don't know this about me already, newsflash, when I become into a product or obsessed with a product, it's all I'm about. So I like kept burning through these and buying more and burning and buying, and I'm just at the point now where I just need a break from it. I still really like this scent, but I just need a break from London Calling. I actually have 2 more big candles to get through that I haven't even tried burning yet, but I just, now that it's fall, I have other favorites that I want to try. With that being said, comes leaves. I had only like half of the jar left over from last fall, and I finally burned through it. This was the first candle that I burned after the London Calling, once the weather started changing. I love this. This will always be a fall favorite, even into Christmas. It's just a great, it's just a must-have, I feel like, if you're a candle buff. I thought I'd mention this too. It's kind of weird, but it's the Jo Malone Pomegranate Noir Diffuser, and it's had reeds in it, which I've tossed out, but I just wanted to mention it because it was pretty expensive, and I had this on our buffet table when you walk into the house, and it kind of just like lit up scent-wise the whole hallway and first floor of the house, and I want to just mention it because for the money, it was very worth it. The scent throw was amazing. I will definitely be repurchasing. I think it's an amazing gift for somebody, especially like a housewarming or a hostess gift, be it a little bit on the pricey side. If you do want to splurge a little bit on somebody or a nice gift for a friend for the holidays, these come in all of the Jo Malone fragrances, and this one, of course, is my favorite, and I'm super impressed with it. I've bought other reed diffusers like from Target, and they're just crap, and they don't smell at all, if, you know, just that little section of the room that it's in, but this gave off an amazing scent throw, and it's a really pretty piece of decor too. It looks really nice, so I really, really recommend that. Again, another bottle of Bioderma is gone. I'm not going to spend too much time about this because you guys know I'm a huge fan, but I am going to be doing a video coming up, kind of a battle of the cleansing waters, because I have tried 3 others in addition to this one that I wanted to just compare and see if they were worth it. So look for that video soon, but I do love that product. The Philosophy Pink Frosted Animal Cracker. This is the shampoo, shower gel, and bubble bath. I loved the scent of this, but at sometimes it was a little too sweet. So I don't think I'd be repurchasing this scent per se, but I would repurchase this product in a different scent. It was really nice. What am I trying to say? What is this? Foamed. It created a ton of suds in my loofah. It was really luxurious, felt moisturizing, didn't dry my skin out. I really, really like this. The Zoya Remove Plus. This is my very favorite nail polish remover. I love this container. I'm just going to be repurchasing the refillable one at this point because there's nothing wrong with the container. It's the push cap. I love it. It never dries out my cuticles. A lot of times when you use non-acetone, you know, acetone obviously, but even sometimes non-acetone nail polish remover, it tends to make your cuticles look really dry and cracked. This one doesn't do that. It doesn't have that really bad, powerful smell. It's very, very subtle, and it is kind of moisturizing on your cuticles. So I will be forever a fan of that nail polish remover. I feel like I have so much to still get through. Whew. Okay, the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray. I talk about this all the time. I always have a backup of this on hand. Whenever they're on sale, they usually do like a 20% off plus free shipping, plus they do a travel size, plus they now give away their new primer spray, which I recently have purchased and I really like. So I always have this on hand. I don't go a day without using it. It's awesome. And finally, as far as body stuff, this is the Rose Jam Shower Gel from Lush. Awesome. If you like the Rose Argan Body Moisturizer for in shower, it's the exact same scent, which is why I actually grabbed this. Or maybe this was part of a box that I got, but this was a beautiful smelling body wash, especially if you pair it with the Rose Argan conditioner. It just leaves your skin smelling amazing when you get out of the shower. Okay, perfumes. Let's try to get through this really quick because I have a lot. Prada Candy. Love this. It's very sweet. I feel like it's the adult grown-up version of the Aqualina Pink Sugar that I loved when I was like in like early years of college. I still really like that scent, but I do feel like it's a little bit young for me. This I feel like is the grown-up version. It's a really beautiful perfume, and I really did enjoy it. Next is the Vera Wang Love Struck. Again, a very nice, feminine, light. This was one of the perfumes that I really, out of all the ones that I'm going to show you, that I really did enjoy using, and I wasn't like rushing to get through it. I really enjoyed this one. Again, though, I don't feel like it's, I still feel like it's a little bit young for me. It's hard to explain, but I really did like that. These two I had to mention, the Bobbi Brown Beach and the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. I did a whole video on these or this, comparing, I don't know. I never wore one without the other. When I wore this or this, I always wore them together. It's like the #1 perfect summer beach vacation, just summer in general scent. This is an exact scent of what the beach and suntan lotion and coconuts and just salt water in the air. It's just beach in a bottle. No other way to describe it. Bronze Goddess smells a lot like the Banana Boat sun oils. Together, it's amazing. You know what Bronze Goddess actually does smell like? It smells like Malibu coconut rum. So it's amazing. And if you pair them together, it's even better. I finished these up this summer. I definitely will be repurchasing both of these next summer. For those that aren't familiar with the Bronze Goddess, they do come out with it every year at the Estee Lauder counter. They change the packaging on it pretty much every year. And sometimes they do make like Bronze Goddess into a different one. Kind of, they'll always have the original, but then sometimes they do change it a little bit. I just like the original, and I usually get it from the cosmetic company outlets because it is the original and it's cheaper. So if you want it during the year, if you don't live, you know, in a place that experiences winter like I do, like if you lived in California, I probably would rock this scent all year long. You can find it at a cosmetic company outlet. You'll save yourself some money. And then the last three are Jo Malone fragrances, which you guys probably know that I've become a huge fan of over the last couple of years. First one is Pomegranate Noir, hands down my most favorite Jo Malone scent of all time. I have an entire video on this, probably a couple of years old, but I will link it in the description box below. I just basically go on a crazy rant about, maybe not rant is the right word, a craziness about this perfume. I absolutely love it. It is fall in a bottle for me. I already have my next one cracked open. I can never be without this. I look forward to fall each year, partially because I can't wait to wear this perfume again. It's that good. That's why I got the diffuser. I have the candle too. I just love it. It smells so good. And I've tried a lot of Jo Malone fragrances since this one and since falling in love with this one. They're always really nice scents, but none have come close to where I could say that I love them even more than this one, if that says anything. This one was from last year's spring collection. It's the Red Currant and Cream. And I really liked this at the time, but it was very sweet. It still is. I still smell it. It's very sweet. And it's a little bit too sweet. It kind of got to the point after I was wearing it so often, it kind of got like sickly sweet, and it was just too much. Very nice if you like the, you know, Prada Candy or Aqualina Pink Sugar. If you can still find this, this is like null because you can't even get this anymore. And I bought it and used it. This was from her spring collection this past year. This Silk Blossom had a really cute little tassel attached to the packaging. And again, I really enjoyed this. but not enough to buy a backup or 2 or 3 because I knew it was limited edition. It was just like a nice perfume at the moment to have this past spring, and I really, like I said, I really did enjoy it, but not more than like the other perfumes that I was using this spring and summer. So I'm gonna go take a nap now. That was everything. That's a lot of empties. I probably won't be doing another empty for another year. I'm just kidding. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will try to find everything and link everything if I can in the description box below if you want to look up anything further about what I talked about. For the most part, pretty much all the products that I talked about, you probably have already heard me talk about in favorites videos or haul videos or somewhere on my channel. So if you guys have other questions about any of these, let me know and I can hopefully answer them, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.